Hey there, glad you dropped by. Before we begin, please give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Dirt Dreams, an Earthworm story. In the depths of the garden's dark soil, I existed as nothing more than an ordinary earthworm, leading a quiet life hidden from the bustling world above. My daily routine consisted of meandering through the damp earth, day in and day out, and I couldn't help but yearn for something more exhilarating. I dreamt of becoming a human, standing upright on two legs, inhaling the crisp outdoor air, and perceiving the world through my own eyes rather than sensing it solely through vibrations in the ground. One night, I had a surreal, lucid dream that granted my deepest wish. I was a human, right there in the garden, gazing in awe at the vibrant colors of the flowers, witnessing the trees swaying gently, and listening to the birds sing their hearts out. I was overwhelmed. I had finally become the creature I had always longed to be. As I wandered about, I was astounded by the sensations of occupying a human form. The gentle caress of the breeze on my skin, the deep inhalation of fresh air, and the dexterity of my fingers were beyond anything I had ever imagined. But as I continued my stroll, I came across another earthworm, just like the one I used to be. Without a second thought, I squished it under my shoe. I felt no inkling of remorse because, after all, I was now a human, and worms were of no consequence. I woke up with this overwhelming sense of power and superiority. Then it hit me like a ton of bricks. That night, I had perished. The earthworm I'd crushed was actually me. Year 0. In the subterranean temple, bathed in the flickering glow of torchlight, a hushed anticipation permeated the air as the assembled crowd sat in silence, eagerly waiting for the revered priest to appear. In a moment of profound significance, he materialized, his presence commanding attention and reverence. With measured eloquence, he began to articulate words of sagacity and insight. Some posit that the dichotomy of good and evil is but a construct, a mere product of differing perspectives, cultural contexts, and belief systems. Nonsense. There are a fundamentally good and a fundamentally evil in this thing we call existence. The vast expanse in between constitutes a nebulous gray realm, a space created for and inhabited by those who subscribe to the fallacy of perspectives, those who live their entire lives exclusively in the comfort zone of this manufactured reality. The priest continued, "If you're not an NPC, a non-player character, an entity devoid of the spark of life, then you understand the veracity of my words. You, possessing the key to decode reality, can discern the truth beneath the veneer. Your perception pierces through the cacophony, sees through the fog of illusion. Most importantly, your innate inclination guides you towards the inherently good. Question why?" As mysteriously as he had materialized, the priest dissipated into the ether, leaving the crowd in an awed silence. The audience, still gripped by the weight of his words, gracefully dispersed from the temple in an orderly procession. Each individual returned to their designated tasks, acutely aware of the immense responsibility befallen upon their generation. They were tasked with erecting the bedrock of a nascent society, destined to emerge from the subterranean depths and repopulate the surface in the aftermath of a grand reset. A new world would begin in the year 0. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Your being here is truly appreciated. Take care, stick around for more strange stories, and see you real soon in another timeline.